Here we go, boys and girls. It is Fama in their traditional Famalicao kit, of course. Always helpful. That is all white with blue. From right to left, taking on Europa, who are the home side tonight, by the way. Spain plays Portugal, respectively. So slight advantage there, but with the two countries being pretty close in proximity, I wouldn't envisage there being too much of an issue. Alvaro cuts out that loose pass, gives it to Joker, their highest goal scorer, slides it through to Osama, who slots it home. It does look like it might be offside. It is offside. It is offside. 4 minutes in and an early... Oh, Osama's pinched a pocket as well. And I think Fama need to shake off what just happened in the last game. A 1-0 loss against PMI. Whether that was in the semi-final of the cup or not, but that's the third time they've had their pocket pinched high up. Osama squares it across to Joker. Big save. Osama heads towards goal. Zanetta heads towards goal. Dries heads it away. And this is unlike Fama. Unlike Fama. They're panicking. They're sloppy in possession. That is not what we're used to seeing. But Europa pressed well. They're forcing Fama to play like this. And if I know anything, it means there's going to be a goal coming up. Lavezzi with the block after that. Luca NR1, who looks the most assured player on the pitch at the moment, despite watching what he's just watched from his back line. 22 is unmarked currently. I would advise maybe picking up players who are unmarked. Watch out for Breccia. And there is Gonzalo. He's put his side 1-0 up and completely against the run of play. He was unmarked. 8 balls called something for once in his life. 1-0 to Fama. It's a sloppy goal to concede. It is a sloppy goal to concede after a very, very good start from Europa. They'll be kicking themselves. Back post. NGK is there. Nayshaw takes it down. Finds the golden boy. Luca drops the shoulder. Turn of pace. Holds it up nicely, gives it to Nayshaw, slides it through, cut out by Butcheran. To be honest, I think that was just frustration. Put his foot through the ball, didn't need to. Frustrated at the marking from that corner. Form of champions, boys and girls. It's what the top sides do. Weather the storm. Go up the other end and score. Gonzalo. We'll just say Breccia loves a goal. That man, Gonzalo. He's got rid of his big afro. He's got rid of his dreads. Skinner finds the back of the net. Luca, good turn from him, slides it through. Adri does well from wide midfield to mop that one up, but tells you a lot about Europa being penned back at the moment. Joker dropping shorts can collect this. He's looked lively. Gives it to Adri, the man who made that original clearance. Probably lost his legs from having to run 90 yards back up the pitch. Luca loses out, but there is Breccia. Loves the goal, but also loves a tackle as well. This game started at a frantic pace. Slides it through to Nayshaw, looking for Mirko. Probably one of his first touches of the game. Apparently that was a foul, so it's going to come back. When your luck's in, when you're at the top of the league. Gets called back. Who's this over the ball? Luca NR1. It's in his territory, to be fair. I've seen him hit them from here before. And to be quite honest, the way his side are lining up. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. It's the underside of the crossbar. I'm not sure if it hit the goalkeeper or not, but the only thing that matters is that Luca's find the back of the net. He's fired at home from 30 yards. I said it was Luca territory. That's his range. He's doubled the lead for Fama. A goal from a corner, a goal from a free kick. Fama find a way. Europa still on the attack. Go to the back post. Free header. Had a lot of time to take it down. Didn't realise it was NGK back there who missed that header. But Fama find a way. That Luca free kick. Hit with venom. Joe Burrows dispossessed by Osama. Wins it back though. Taziak sweeps up. Goes long to Luca. Butcher is there. Will come straight back at them though. Nayshaw to Dreezy. Pocket pinched once again. This Europa press looking good. But this Fama back line looking equally as good. Luca bossed off it but wins it back. Fama find a way. Mirko looking for that first time pass. Not a bad idea. And there is Gonzalo. Will mop up. That's what he does best. He just sweeps in behind his two other centre backs. Nobody does it better, I don't think. Breccia. Fama, 2 shots, 2 goals. Europa, lots of shots, no goals. Competitive pro clubs at its best. Taziak. Good feet from him. Good footwork on that far side. Wins his side of throwing high up. They're happy to keep the ball. They're 2 goals to the good. Creativo now busting out the skills. Switching the play. Bit of a luxury at the moment for this Fama side as Nayshaw goes down this near side to NGK. Cut out nicely though by Carlo. Zem dispossessed by Nayshaw. Keeps a hold of the ball. Gives it back to his centre half Joe Burrows. And Fama will move through the gears once again. Luca into Dreezy. Gives it to Mirko. Back to Dreezy. Good football from the boys in white. Excellent ball from Nayshaw. Finding NGK. It breaks into the box. Tempted the man with the tackle. It doesn't matter because it's found its way to Luca NR1. It is goal number 27 for the season for that man. We're giving him the free kick. He can have the free kick. He deserves it. It's 3-0. I have no idea how it's 3-0. Excellent play from Fama. Excellent play. They've been lethal in front of goal. That's how it's 3-0. They have put this Europa side to the sword 40 minutes in. 3 shots, 3 goals. They're not messing around. I think we said it was a good time to play Fama. They just got beat. First loss in 20 games. Or 21 games. And it's just angered them. Joker lost his man. Gonzalo went with the runner. I mean, Gonzalo will tell you he knew what he was doing. But again, they're having to leave spaces at the back because they're trying to get anything out of this game. Anything at all out of this game. But that's how Fama pick you off. They will not mind this at all. Forcing this Europa side to come at them. Music to their ears. Butcher did really well because there were a lot of men over there. To be quite frank, that's officially former champions, boys and girls. That is what the best sides do. Not at the races for that first 5-10 minutes. They go and find a goal. They find a goal from a world-class player, world-class talent. They do things special. And then that last goal just... It just epitomizes everything Fama. They worked it all the way through the thirds. Nayshaw finds a world-class ball. NGK finds a world-class ball. And it found a world-class finish via Luca NR1. And it's just what they do best. Europa have not looked bad at all. But they're 3-0 down at half-time. Make that make sense. Because it doesn't make sense at all. And I'm fully aware. And so are they. Not sure what the half-time team talk would be like. I wouldn't blame him if not too much was said, because what can you say to it? What can you say to that, boys and girls, other than let's try and win the second half and just go from there? Because Europa have looked good. Europa have looked good. They've had a lot of opportunities, but the more they come forward in search of scraps, the more they're going to get picked off by this man. Nayshaw. Oh, he stabbed it home. Is Taziak joining in on the party? It's 4-0 up from midfield. Stabbed it home with the toe poke. Nayshaw take a bow. He's got the assist. It's 4-0. It's 4-0 and I have no idea what's going on. Fama. Good value for the lead. Of course, as always. Usama hands it off to Carlos. It's just... can't put my finger on it. I should know by now. I should know after all these years of watching Fama. The early goal, the early 2 goals to be fair, just killed Europa. It forced them to come out and try and get something out of this game. And they're just being picked off. And to be fair to Europa, they're not shutting up shop. They're still going. Fran gives it to Usama. What a big save from Guy Jesus. Bottom corner, nothing wrong with that finish, but what a save. I wouldn't even say it's kept them from potentially getting back into this game, because I don't think I've ever seen this Fama side concede more than 2 goals. Hey, I mean, if we're gonna see Europa get anything out of this game, I think that needed to go in. But also, like I said, they're not shutting up shop. They're going for it now. And again, it's a very good press. This Europa side are good at pressing the ball. It's just, what can you do when the opposition have had 4 shots, 4 goals? It's brutal. It is brutal. Breccia clears. Picked up by Nayshaw. Mirko running off the shoulder. Instead gives it to Luca, who finds somehow Creativo on the overlap. Gets to the byline. Squares his man up. But it's Adrian. He's very good at what he does. Getting up and down that left-hand side of midfield. We said that before the game. And he's done a good number on his opposite number there, NGK. But it's going to come straight back at them with Nayshaw, who's he's at his peak at the moment. He's got that free roll in centre midfield, and he's just picking passes left, right, and centre. It's the perfect game for him. A stretched game allows him the space to operate. Alvaro goes over the top, finds Carlos. Into the box it goes, headed down. There is Joker with his 23rd of the season. Potentially a lifeline. They've got the goals. They've got the attacking play. Have they got 3 more goals in them, though? That is the question. Have they got 3 more goals in them without conceding anymore? That's probably a better question. Nayshaw takes it down. Cut out by Rubio. Alvaro goes again over the top. This time defended well by Gonzalo. Taziek, the goal scorer of the 4th goal, tries to go over the top. It's cut out, and maybe. I mean, Fama are just off on their jollies. Maybe that game management needs to start creeping into their play. As Taziek loses it again. Carlos, down the line it goes. 3v3, 4v4 with this man joining. Alvaro tries to slide it through. Joe Burrows does well. Clears into touch. It will officially go into touch. 20 minutes. The boys in blue, 2nd place in the league. Europa, newly promoted Europa. What a success story this has been for them this season. Again, into that front 2. Locked in are those boys, and the knockdowns as well. Exhibit A. We know they're overpowered on this game. The temptation to take him down must have been strong. He didn't. Instead, he makes a fantastic tackle. Rubio. Brilliant play from that man, because at one stage I thought he was going to take him down with that professional foul. Alvaro's been amazing this last 20-25 minutes, by the way. The turnover of possession. The ball's into the box. Usama gets the shot off. First one's blocked. Second one's an air ball. Dreezy does well this time. I do think Fama need to think about just getting this ball on the deck, and again, a bit of game management, because Europa look hungry here, and I don't think it's going to end 4-1 NGK. I mean, he's done perfectly there. It didn't get flagged. It was a foul. He got dragged back, didn't get flagged. Somehow got away with it. Fama are not heeding my advice whatsoever. They continue to push forward. They've got a lot of men in that attack, and it's 3v3 at the back again. Breccia, though, he's one of the 3, so normally stands him in good stead. Nanos, good turn from Zima. Alvaro is the main man for Europa. Joker. Adri swings it in again, headed home by Gonzalo. Guy Jesus will take his sweet time. Now, he had no chance with that goal. But again, just thinking back to what a big save that was at 4-0, which, to be fair, at the time I said probably not going to do you much damage anyway. But if that had gone in and they'd got a second with 20-25 minutes left, and yeah, this is Fama just picking off their opponents. NGK breaks into the box. This time it's Butcher with the tackle. He's absolutely butchered NGK, not for the first time. Mirko on the receiving end last time. NGK this time. You've just got to wonder, what if you're a Europa player, Europa manager, Europa fan, even me up here, I'm thinking, what if 2 of those tackles we've just seen, world-class tackles, had gone in early door? There's Breccia again with another stream goal. That man loves a goal. He's a centre-back, and I know his celebration. That's how many goals he's scored. Europa, once again, you can see Breccia ghosting in behind the centre-back. they're architects of their own downfall. The 3 other goals fine. The 2 goals from corners, just unmarked men. It's a brutal learning curve, and here comes Mirko to add more pain onto this performance. Is a good save from Darth Scripter, who, to be quite frank, has been a spectator for most of this game. He could have been up in the commentary box. Not much he could have done about any of these goals. Makes a good save. Right, Europa, mark the men. And Breccia, another free header. Yeah, as I was saying, we've said plenty of times on the stream before, you cannot ignore set pieces in this league. Attacking, defending, you've got to know what you're doing individually, as a team. And unfortunately for Europa, that looks like it's been missed off today. And unfortunately for them, there's fine margins. Don't get me wrong, there's been 3 other goals. But it's the timing of those 2 corner goals has been brutal. I think it's really, really knocked Europa. Fama have been fantastic throughout. I mean, Exhibit A, Nashaw, I've not seen him have a better game than this in a very long time. NGK gives it to Mirko, finds Luca at the back post. That's his hat-trick. It's 28 goals for the season. It's 6-1. Top of the table, Famalicao 6. Second place, Europa 1. It was brutal. It was brutal. Was it a 6-1 game? Probably not. Did it finish 6-1? Yes, it did. So, pick the bones out of that one.